Hi, so continuing that series of modern art painting responses, this is Henry Rousseau's Jadwiga's Dream from 1910. This was his last exhibited work and got a positive reception after a lot of his previous paintings had not. Depicting a beauty looking towards the jungle. And he wrote a poem which helped to explain the context of the painting. So Jadwiga was his Polish mistress. So he says essentially that she'd fallen asleep and entered a beautiful dream. And I can't help but think of the idea of falling asleep of the Dormition. There's lotus flowers there, which refer to like a hallucinogenic altered state of the plant could induce, I believe. Anyhow, I know you all wanted a nude reclining of me, but instead you've got this painting, which I think actually looks a little bit like an owl looking at us. So we've got then references to Athena and wisdom. And as always, there's different bits of bobs inside. So in the right eye, it looks to me as if somebody's wearing, it's like a nun wearing, cloak over her head, habit, isn't it? And then circling around that, there's a creature, but I'm not quite sure what that is. There's another creature beneath that in purple. The left eye is lighter, it's more yellow, and is like a reclining person, sort of relaxed, possibly holding something like a child on their lap. So between and beneath the eyes then, in the centre, what makes up, I guess, the nose, is this tall figure made of yellow, which I think must be female, and is actually making me think of the yellow dress, Virginia Woolf's new dress story. Maybe a couple of birds off to the left-hand side. And then a really elongated foot in yellow, where its shin ends up looking a bit like it's got a wizard head on the top and or the shaft of a penis. And I've talked before about the perhaps correspondence between references to feet in literature and one's privates. Thankfully, it doesn't look like a foot upside down, because it actually looks like a really tall, vast figure. They've got their mouth wide open where that foot is. I think that maybe that reference is like talking to, or coming out of their mouth is like a bird. And then almost wrapped in their arms is like these two eyes become figures like children, I think. That's plenty weird. Thanks for listening.